9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Bill and ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, looking shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros.
Do
like
you really
that.
wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me,
Ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us. Yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. How me and my unit do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all of be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Bite the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious.
do you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Straight to the air they go. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Cut for big yards on the right side. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Head the street.
Sending a receiver left. Throwing now off play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They send a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Motioning the tight end now.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Play made there by Clark Phillips. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Check, smash.
They send the tight end in motion.
Go.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time left. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Ready, ready.
And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Buffalo 18. Hup.
He'll look to throw. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
They'll run here following the penalty. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Escapes his grasp. Flush down now to his left. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. So now that we've sorted that flag out, we've arrived at the end of the first. 7-3 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They start out with a 3rd and 6. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a give for Wright. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
70 Rangers.
2nd and 8. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
7 Pirates.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked?
Got it. Ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Shut up.
Now looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie from Wisconsin. And the Falcons have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained in a play like that. They'll go for a big gain.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's a pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
And the Broncos bringing out some extra DBs on this 3rd down. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Pitts brings it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Falcons with it on 4th and 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Atlanta. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion.
Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Throwing now on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Stephanie, Mustang 19.
They motion the tight end over.
Hut.
2nd and 10 now. Getting out to his left. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and it couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Right again. Is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the two-point conversion.
Check. Ready.
He's throwing for it. Escapes out to the left. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Back 60. Ready, set up. Go.
Throwing from the gun. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And this one does not go far. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. 19 right.
Looking for a throw here. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty.
Okay, break.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Set.
They're throwing it. Looking right, and he finds him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And this one is stopped after getting up past the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tight end gets it running forward. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Let's go.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running behind center with Wright. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Plowing up the middle. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He calls his own number again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Falcons going nickel to defend this 3rd down play. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Second down now, 7 to go. A tight end in motion now. From the 21. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. Back to throw now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Tight end going in motion here. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Motioning the tight end now. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Throwing deep down the left. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now.
Go, Reed, go.
They run it from the gun with Wright. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Ready?
They run again with Wright. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Now they send their back in motion Wright. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Option design here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
And the defender comes away with it. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Throwing from the gun here. He lofts it deep left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Come on, set. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's a give inside to right. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Smash, Bronco. Set, go.
Trying the right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Set. Ready.
He keeps it himself. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running it with right. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Got it. Ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Rig alert. Ready.
This is right. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by only 3. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. Has it in close. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here he is to throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts, so it'll be second down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Back to throw. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You'd like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He'll look to throw it. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, you're just bummed. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Headed out right. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Here we go, shot. Check smash. Ready.
Throwing it to start this drive. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther Street.
They send the tight end in motion.
Go.
To throw it on first down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up, every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer, dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza, for my leisure. I don't do arguments in my relationships, I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something, I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this, I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist.